Okay, good evening, guys. Good morning, gali. Welcome to our third session of our subject ICT 410. So we are now on module 3, chapter 3, no? Wala lang may edit slides. But first things first, for tonight, for this morning, our topic is about file systems and disks. So our objectives are as follows. Number one, discuss the importance of network operating systems. Number two, value the importance of network operating systems. And number three, understand the basic concepts and structures of network operating systems. So the first topic here is file allocation table, no? So but before that, let's go back to file systems and disks. So in computing, file systems or file system is a method of and data structure that the operating system uses to control how data is stored and retrieved. So without a file system, data placed in storage medium would be one large body of data with no way to tell where one piece of data stops and the next begins. By separating the data into pieces and giving each piece a name, the data is easily isolated and identified. So taking its name from the way paper-based data management system is named, each group of data is called a file. And then the structure and logic structures used to manage the group data and their names is called a file system. So first and foremost of the file system is file allocation table or FAT. So when you speak about file allocation table, this is a file system developed for personal computers, no? So this was originally developed in 1977 for the use on floppy disk. So it was adapted for use on hard disk and other devices. It is often supported for compatibility reasons by current operating system for personal computers and many mobile devices and embedded systems. FAT is no longer the default system for Microsoft Windows computers. This was replaced by Ntfs. So from the operating systems, starting from this is specifically, guys, from Windows operating system, dating back from the flash drives era until such time that Ntfs was developed. So more or less, where did file allocation table exist? From the very beginning, during the development of the file system, until such time that Microsoft developed Ntfs, which is from the development of Windows 2000 or Windows NT. So during that time, at the time of Windows XP, hindi na siya file allocation table ang ginagamit ka file system, pero ang ginagamit na is new file system or NTFS. New technology file system. So FAT file systems are commonly found on floppy disk, flash drives, and other solid-state memory cards. So as well as many portable and embedded devices. So FAT is the standard file system for digital camera and DCF specification. That was long ago when we are still using ano ganito guys, ang memory card. So when if ever you use a camera nga wala na siya memory card, so it's not FAT anymore. Pero if you're still using camera which has memory card, so expectedly, guys, ang memory card ninyo is FAT. File allocation table pa ang ginagamit niya. FAT is statically allocated at the time of formatting, and that the table is linked list of entries for each cluster. So there's a contiguous area of this storage, but the FAT has either a number of the next cluster in a file or else marker indicating the end of the file. So the operating system can then traverse FAT looking up the cluster each number of successive parts when you are going to format a flash drive, for example. So, but nowadays, FAT was no longer in effect, ginagamit naton. But ang iba ninyo guys ng devices nga ginagamit pang FAT. So just like formatting a flash drive, your memory cards, what else pa? Ang expanded storages ka inyong camera, FAT pa na siya. So before NTFS, what is the difference between NTFS and FAT? FAT is direct to the point approach for file system. Meaning to say, kung ano yung ka storage space, ang amo lang dahil gina-occupy ka file allocation table ninyo nga gina-provide na sa files. Whereas sa NTFS, medyo ang sa NTFS bali, gina-compress niya ang file ninyo. So there are, you can actually see that the file, you can store a large storage for NTFS compared to file allocation table. So another file system is what we call Ntfs. No, as I've said, Ntfs was introduced by Microsoft during Windows 2000. No, Windows 2000 NT, that was 1999, before the Millennium Bug bala. So they nakitaan ka Microsoft nga daw ang file allocation table medyo obsolete na siya. And hindi siya ka-handle ka mga deployment ka applications na nag-require ka mga drag ko nga deployments. So what Microsoft did was to invent a new file system, and they call it New Technology File System. So walang kahirap-hirap. Halin sa file allocation table, ginhimo na nga New Technology File System. So why doon na minsar kung ano nga klase ka file system nga technology, pero New Technology File System do lang yung pangaran nanda. So NTFS is more robust compared to FAT or file allocation table, no? We can say that NTFS is a proprietary journaling file system developed by Microsoft. So both FAT and NTFS was proponent from Microsoft, no? So starting with Windows NT, mo ganida hambal ko, Windows 2000 or ang Windows NT, no? Windows NT and Windows 2000 are the same, pareho da sanda. So dumduman ko karang una sa laboratory ni sa lab 1 bala, ang laboratory in charge ka dito nga time, mga year 2004, 2006, si Ma'am Nilit Ilamparo pa. Siya pa to in charge ka because ang IT bago pa lang dato nga course nga gina-offer ka and makita ko nga ang laboratory is ang ginagamit nanda nga computer pa is Windows NT na. So nag-start sa Windows NT. At till such time naghimo siya Windows XP, and then Windows 7, and then Windows 10. So pasunod ka rin dito nga time. Ang naano ko lang yun nga difference between the introduction of the NTFS is that duro yun na obra na compare sa FAT. NTFS has several technical improvement over the file system that it supersede or the file allocation table, no? So may ginatawag kita nga HPFS or shortcut na siya sa term nga high performance file system, no? This is an improved support for metadata and advanced data structures to improve performance, reliability, and disk space. Actually, you can put compression on NTFS. That is why duro yung ma-save ninyong data sa NTFS compare sa FAT. Kagda yun ang loading ka system ninyo, like for example, mag-turn on ka lang ka computer. During that time, mas madasig ang Windows NT compare sa Windows 95 pa or Windows 98 nga computer. So because Windows 98 and 95 is still using FAT, no? Whereas ang inyo guys nga whereas ang inyong Windows 2000, dasig ang loading niya because may may HPFS or high performance file system nga ginagamit. So NTFS is supported in other desktop and server operating system as well. And nowadays guys, Linux and BSD have free and open source NTFS driver called NTFS 3G. So that is why ang file ninyo nga sa Windows, ma-open man ninyo sa Linux. So ma-open man ninyo siya. So like for example, if you're writing your document file docx, you can still open docx in Linux kung Linux ang inyong ang silohan nga computer or ang laptop nga naga-run sa Linux. So Ntfs can compress file using LZNT1 algorithm. These are files compressed 16 cluster chunks. So amo da kinalain na compared sa FAT. Because kung ano ya data nga ma-store ninyo sa FAT, amo lang gid tanaan nga store. So there come a time that madasig siya mapuno or masudlan ka data. That is why mag-delete ka duman ka files. Unlike sa Ntfs nga there's compression. So there hindi man ang ano lang gid kada nga time, medyo ang compression na tama pa ka temprano nga technology. That is why may mga file nga hindi mag open sa iban nga computer units. Pero in terms of media files like MP3, MP4, there's no problem at all. Actually, your MP3 was developed dungan sanda kadang pagwa ka NTFS. So can you imagine no ang drag ko ng mga files sa WAV kay because ang music nato nakagarana siya sa WAV file and sa WAV file tama siya kabugat. So imagine isa ka CD karang una sa isa ka CD is 700 MB ang storage space. Kung sudlan mo da siya ka 12 songs lang ma-accommodate niya kay WAV file. Pero if you're going to compress it and convert it to MP3, and then the quality is, syempre kung WAV file, mas manami ang quality niya. Pero pag invento ka MP3, ang nag-decrease man ang quality ka music, pero ang storage files nagamay. So hasta tulad nga Chimpo and then nowadays ang technology kay MP3 medyo nag-improve na. So ang difference ka sound nga mabatian nyo sa MP3 quality kag ang WAV file, there's no such difference na. So basta ang nagaran lang siya sa 90 kHz or 120 kHz. So daw ay problema. So now that is the difference between the two, no? NTFS and FAT. So for your activity number 5, you're going to contrast and compare FAT and NTFS. So what you're going to do is provide at least 5 comparisons between the two, and you may use any offline and offline software provided that you're going to copy paste it in the word processor. So you still have to convert it to PDF, no, and upload it as activity number 5. So where do you going to upload in your Google Classroom? Okay. Now let's go to another topic, which is cloud storage. For cloud storage, this refers to the model of the computer data storage in which the digital data is stored in logical pools or said to be the cloud. So if you're going to have the storage for your computer unit, cloud storage is somewhat different because for the conventional storage of files, what you're going to do is to save lang ang obra ninyo within your computer unit. And for your backup data, you can use flash drive. You can save your your data in your flash drive. However, cloud storage is something that may be collocated cloud computing service because what you're going to do is you don't need a flash drive or a memory for your hard disk. So your file is being uploaded directly to the cloud, and then from the cloud, anywhere you go in the world, basta may internet lang ka, like you can even open it in your mobile phones. So you can use cloud services. The most common cloud service that we're using right now is Google Drive. Just because we have a Google account nga ginagamit ninyo sa .edu ninyong account. And then you can have unlimited storage space for your Google Drive. So anything that you can store you can store it on the cloud. So what you're going to do is to upload it just because you have an internet connection, and then in real time you can also download it if you need it. Pero you can just, if you don't want to download it, you can just view it using conventional softwares embedded for the Google Google Workspace environment. If you're not using Google Workspace, You can use other cloud storages and services like OneDrive from Microsoft, or you can use other cloud service like your Amazon AWS. At the same time, you can also use other cloud service like Alibaba Cloud and IBM Remixes. So what is the advantage of your cloud technology? It is believed um, that the cloud storage device is utilizing an API for the desktop storages for the cloud storage. Or it means it has a gateway that could manage file starting from your devices going to whichever cloud storage you can save. So actually, this technology dates back at 1994 pa. What company is using cloud technology? AT&T, no? And we all know that they have a platform for personal business and communications entrepreneurship. Pero this was only streamlined by your Amazon Cloud Web Services in 2006. And up to now, several cloud services providers streamlined cloud as a service. So SaaS na siya. And then there are three types of cloud storages, guys, no? So the first one is the hosted object storage device. The second is file storage. And number three is block storage. So when we speak about hosted objects storage service, it's like your Lazada or your Shopee, wherein tanan yung nga data, guys, may tuya doon, may mga services siya. If you're going to open your Lazada app in your cell phones, you can actually see their services nga, which provides information coming from you, going to the vendor, at the same time to the market when you are going to make a transaction. At the same time, it also houses several services like your wallet, and then you have an organizer for your vouchers and everything that needs to be serviced on Lazada. So all of the transactions is being housed on an application, pero the data is being stored on the cloud. So you may find out something if ever you are linked into the Google service. You may wonder why is it that I have notifications from Lazada just because I search from Google. It's because, guys, don't you know that free services has a caveat? So there's no such thing as freedom, no? Kaya nagagamit kita, mahilig kita abi mag ano ka mga libre. Pati sa mga Facebook naton, guys. Sa Facebook or in Google itself, when you are running a search for that, the algorithm is being placed on ads, especially on services that you are often using. So if your cell phone is detecting na perme ka mo nag-Lazada or nag-Shopee, so there come a time that when you browse your Facebook, some suggestions on the objects that you're going to search are there nga ginabutang sa mga advertisements. So hindi ka mo matingala kada just because ang service yung gina-offer nanda is for free. Pero para maka profit sanda, so ginaano nanda ka ads or advertisements. And the same thing with the cloud storage. Actually, we are using it for free. However, it's not free forever, no? So walang forever just because amo daya ng service hindi kita magambal nga may forever sa cloud. Cloud service is there, but sometimes the premium for cloud storages, especially if you're going to deploy mga large scales websites or every personal databases ninyo, may bayad na siya. So there will be a premium for that. So that guys, nowadays the minimum amount that you can is $100, no, for big that is introductory price for Google Cloud, Google Cloud. And then it is usable for 1 year. After 1 year, so no do trial lang, after 1 year kinahanglan bayad ka na. I know that cloud is one semester topic, and there are a lot of services that we can think of that pwede naton istoryahan sa cloud. However, if we're going to do that, I think hindi kita matapos ang aton nga lecture this morning. So cloud storages are there, and please use cloud as necessary as possible. Ang technology nga dayad guys will come up, especially on your operating system. There will come a time nga hindi do ka mo mag-open pa lang gali ka mo ka ano ka computer ninyo guys. Wala na siya hard drive. Pero kung paano ninyo i-run ang OS ninyo through cloud na lang. So just like ang mga Chromebooks bila do karon, ang problema lang galing ka amo kada nga service is kinahanglan may internet ka perme. So that's the drawback, no? Especially nowadays that our internet is lacking and mahina agad ang internet naton kag nagahinay siya because of the online classes kay ano naton. So magasto kita sa data. And then with that, if that happens, there must be a seamless technology for cloud services. So nagalagas makuno ya globe kag smart pero lam akon ano don pero mahinay gyapon guys. So I think the cloud service is very good breeding ground for IT technologists just like you. And then maybe in the future you'd be administrators for cloud usage services. And I must tell you nga ginabaydan ka mo kada sa mga services nga paryo kadya. Especially ang iban ng mga services like mga virtual assistant. Siyempre, paano ka mag-virtual assistant, no? Diyan mo sa Philippines. And then, ang inyong boss tuya sa LA. And then, ikaw lang ang personal assistant na. So, paano ang services maggana? So, gagamit ka sa naka-cloud service. Diyan lang ka mo sa cloud, ano ka mga transactions ninyo. And may cloud provider nga nagatao ka services para nga gamiton ninyo. So much more for the cloud, guys. I think we exhausted topics for cloud, no? And then cloud actually is a very interesting topic. So let's move on to our another topic, which is the solid state drive. This is also one breakthrough in technology, both in the hardware and software, no? Why? Because your slow computer instantly became faster if you have SSD drive. So what's the difference between solid state drive and HDD or the hard disk drive? The main reason is that di ba made mention natin sa mga past years nga lecture natin sa mga subjects ninyo nga ang hard disk di ba daw pi na siya. So kung daw pi na siya, pwede nga tungaon siya into clusters and sectors. Nga mo da. Sa inyo nga solid state drive guys, wala na siya ga-exist nga mega exist nga dang sectors kag mga what's this kanit tracks wala. So ang i-emplo na kadya guys, the example for your solid state drives is your flash drive wherein the data goes in and out automatically. So nagagwa pasulod lang ang data ninyo within sa devices sa hardware. And kung makita ninyo guys, may duwa ka klase ka solid state drive. Ang isa daw disk drive, ang isa nga daw flash memory. So ang isa nga daya, ang flash memory is the new technology nowadays. Ang Samsung bala, makita nyo din sa screen. Mas madasig siya compare sa daw hard disk nga diyan nga makita sa may left side. So this one, the main thing about is that your motherboard should have pareho kadaya nga ng slot. Ang ano naman, ang do pareho kada sa left side ninyo, kung makita ninyo daya, ang dapat ang ano lang siya conventional lang nga ng connector. So for solid state drive, this is also interesting because your device or your solid state drive devices uses integrated circuit assemblies. So this is to store data persistently and typically using flash memory. So naga-combine sa naka technology. It uses flash technology at the same time the data is being stored persistently. And it also functions as a secondary storage, and it also sometimes called solid state device or the solid state disk. So of course it lacks the physical spinning disk, ang tong disk bilang ang gina-discuss natin sa hard disk. However, ang para makasulod ang data ninyo sa SSD, we are using movable read-write heads ang kag sa mga floppy disk na makita ninyo. So what happens is that the structure for SSDs is more faster because it uses flash technology compared to hard disk drive. So a kind of solid state drive is your flash memory, no? Your flash memory is your flash drive. So as you can see, gamay nga circuitry ang makita ninyo dyan, guys. And even your SD cards are flash memory cards. Okay? So for flash memory, most SSD ang kagina uses manufacturers has a volatile non-flash memory in constructions with their structures. So these are called SSDs because they have metal oxide semiconductor inside, or MOS. What is this metal oxide semiconductor? It is an IC, or integrated circuit chip, which contains non-volatile floating gate memory cells. In other words, flash-based solutions are typically packaged in the standard drive factors. That is why dasig ang storage ka data ninyo. Now, for example, if your solid state drive rely on VNAND technology, which has layers of cells stacked vertically, no? Ang flash memory naman, the basis for this was commercialized by Toshiba in 1987. And then they, along with SanDisk founder Robert Norman, produce a potential flash memory alternative to the existing hard drive. And this existing flash drive has more power and has a fast saving capacity. At the same time, your structure for the data ninyo, nag-a-adapt siya maskin ano nga file system. So kagina, pero ang most recently nga ginagamit naton is Ntfs compared to FAT. So Ntfs siya, and then madasig ang functioning niya because as I've said, it uses flash technology. So kung ano ng flash technology, it depends on the company which produces the flash drive. Like for example, not all flash drives are created equal na. So amo day gusto ko yang baka ninyo guys. Not all flash drives are created equal, and because it depends upon kung sino yung manufacturer niya. So yung technology ka flash drive sa Toshiba is different from the Kingston or Pacer or sa SanDisk. Pero most of these companies that produces flash drive uses a standard called a VNAND technology. So ang VNAND ang andang na refer. Ano yung kinalain ka SSD kag flash memory? Ang capacity kag ang application. Sa flash memory ninyo, instant siya because gamay lang ang ano niya kag ang IC niya is gamay lang gid. Whereas nga sa inyong SSD, mas madasig siya kag mas dako because ang anang capacity is different. So as I've said, it depends on the manufacturer and it depends upon kung flash drive man siya or SSD. So gina-define man siya kung ano nga klase ka ano. Now for your DRAM, actually your DRAM and SRAM are still continuing, no? You still have your DDR4 and DDR5 is coming, no? This is both for laptops and desktop. So what is the purpose of your DRAM for computer unit? Of course, gin pa nami lang, no? Actually, your DRAM is your RAM, pero gin tawag siya nga DRAM because it incorporated either an internal battery or an external AC adapter backup storage system to ensure data persistence. So in terms of the information is copied from your RAM. It is similar to your SSD. However, in regular PCs and servers, you can swap and replace larger modules. So, ang DRAM is modular. So, ang inyong flash is standard. Okay, so ang paggamit ninyo kadaya, ang sa ano is directly inject sa memory ninyo. Whereas nga ang flash drive ninyo is being part on the sided for external storages. So, ang component ka DRAM ninyo is internal nga storages ang gina-accommodate niya. And the technicality for that is the compatibility for hardware use. So, tulad guys, stop lang kita sa DDR5. May dyan nga DDR6 pero wala pa na diya sa Pilipinas. Maybe sa ibang nga countries, no? Wala pa nanda na, no? Kaya ang silicone nga ginagamit, magimo ka RAM, depende sa company nga ginaano nanda. So kung mag-evolve pa ang computing power na into several milliseconds. Diyan yun yung maklasify kung ano nga klase ka structure siya. So for now, mahinay ang development ka DRAM. Kaya na sa pawan, sanda doon ka flash memory kag SSD. However, ginagamit ang DRAM accordingly sa inyong computer units pa. And ang actually ako na ginagamit sa computer ko, DDR3 pa. No, sa mga bagong laptop do karon DDR4 or DDR5 na siya. So ano yung kinalain? Of course, ang pin nanda. Manan ko nakaagi ka mo assembly kag disassembly guys, no? Karang first year, second year ninyo. Dumduman niya pa dito. Ang sa lab 3 bala na nag-assemble
Yes, sir.
kita. I hope na dumduman ninyo dito, no? Kag na hindi nyo to malipatan. Yeah, amo to nga time. So kung ma-compare ninyo, ang memory stick nga ginagamit natin kada to is DDR3 pa nga technology. Pero tulad ang pins nga makita niyo sa DDR5, mas fewer na lang siya. And of course, the material differs also. Mas conductor ang inyong DDR5 compare sa DDR3 or DDR4 na pins. So, mag-ilis ka mo, mag-update. I think akon gani guys, nagbakal ako. Ang last ko nga bakal sa computer is 2013. And until now, ginagamit ko pa ang DDR3 ko nga computer. So, wala man siya paso, why man it guba. Sa balay man lang no, ginagamit ko internet man lang kag typing. Actually why nako ga games guys kay why nako time. So movies kun kisa syempre lingaw-lingaw kita. Pero ang mga ga require ka most computing power ang DRAM ninyo. So kaya pa man na. Basta makaya na pa actually ang DDR3 kay ka Windows 10 kag dukaron manuguwa ang Windows 11. Kaya na pa. Pero ang suggestion ko lang, i-update nyo sa mas higher ang memory niya, islan ang memory, or dugangan. Or, i-upgrade ninyo ang video card. So, para nga ma-seamless ang paggamit ninyo kadang ka DDR3. Yan notice ko lang guys sa pirado ka tuig yung experience ko sa pang kayad ka computer kag mga laptops. Permi guba nga unit is ang may video card. Sa akon lang ilam kon Chor, no? Ilam si Melchor kon amo
Ang motherboard, sir.
Oo, na-notice ko lang damo nga may pinaka Dell,
Short circuit kuno da sir mo.
Oo. Pinaka duro nga guba nga unit. Ang permi gid bala ang may mga video card. So siguro siyempre nagaminyar man yung video card. At the same time, maybe nag-require siya kadako nga power. So kung mag-upgrade ka mo ka video card, kag memory, i-upgrade man ninyo yadang guys, power supply ninyo. Or bakal ka mo ka power supply nga hanggod yung capacity niya, mga 700 watts. Para kung mag-upgrade ka mo, why problema? Kaya kung mga 500 watts lang yan, laban-laban, na siyempre kung nagkonsumo ang computer ninyo kadako nga power, mas madasig man madasig man magguba ang niya capacitors niya. So for lang, if ever that you wanted to upgrade to something, you also consider the power output na ma-produce. And one is you have to invest in a good UPS. Ay kung mag-run out or okay lang kung magdaan dun UPS nyo kag hindi na siya mag-back up. Basta ang power surge, like for example, mag-run out ang Eleco, guys, ang kuryente naton naga-fluctuate bala. Nimo to 20 na siya ang sa ninyo testerin nyo bala hindi. Kung kisa sobra siya or kung kisa kulang. Kag most of the time kulang than sobra. And sa school gani, sa eskwelahan, ang tuyang aside sa ed na pakadto sa research, ga problema sa napermi gaguba ang ang computer nanda kag mga printer nanda just because nga ang fluctuation ka current indit manami. So okay lang kung sa laptop guys, no, di ba? Kay ang laptop ang anang adapter is 19 watts. So sa 19 watts nga actually is charge naman lang kada yung battery. So pag nag-internals, naman yung battery, ma-discharge man lang dito na yung power. Kagamay nga kuryente yung ginagamit ka laptop. Whereas nga sa computer gani, dasig ang niya, dako nga kuryente ang makita ang ginagamit ninyo. So that's the difference between your RAM, DRAM, your SSD, and your flash memory. Okay? And I hope you learned something. No? And this is just a review, guys. So samtang nga nagaano kita ka systems ano naton, administration and maintenance ng subject. So balik kita sa pangayad ka unit or sa definition ka kung ano ang hardware specifications kag ang inyo nga software nga ginagamit. So mo lang da ginaano naton sa subject nato nga daw review malang daya. Okay, so continue kita guys so that we can finish the lecture. For your activity number 6, it is also called your contrast and compare, pero this time it's 106, no? So this is part of your activity number 6. So you're going to refer to your flash memory and DRAM. Duwa lang, flash memory kag DRAM. So in your own words, i-compare ninyo kag i-contrast yung DRAM sa flash memory. So the same with the activity number 5, you have to provide at least 5 comparison between the two, and please convert it to PDF, no? So before saving it to activity number 6, then you have to upload it in our Google Classroom. Okay? So for the code of the day, what is the object am I holding during our second session? I think this is not second session, this is the third session. Sorry guys. Wala ko naman ma-edit na slide ko. Okay, I'm holding an alarm clock, no? So this will be the object and the code of the day. So your code of the day will be white alarm clock. Okay. So gamay nga alarm clock puti. Okay, so tonight please answer the question for the code of the day from 7 p.m. until 10 p.m. only. Okay? And that will be 10 points of your recitation. So ad astra per sapientiam, to the stars through knowledge. So thank you guys for attending our lecture this morning, and I hope you learned something out of the review that we did for the topics. No, we compared two kind of file system. The first one is FAT or the FAT, and the other one is NTFS. So sir, ano ang kinalain pagid ka FAT kag ang ya FAT tambok ya NTFS niwang. So kung panumduman ninyo guys, daw pareho makada, daw tambok ang FAT. Kay ang FAT is file allocation table nga ang direkta kang ginaano ninyo karang una, naga-save lang sa ng isa ka file storages. Whereas nga sa NTFS, pwede niyo siya ma-compress ang file. Kag naga-introduce siya ka mga bag-o nga innovation such as ang deployment ka mga APIs kag iban nga technology ka Microsoft nga ginaano. So nag-evolve man. So karang saan-o gani tandaan ninyo, karang saan-o nag-start ang NTFS, nag-start siya pag introduce ka Windows 2000 NT. So Windows 2000 NT, both servers and nodes. So from pwede siya server, pwede man siya sa nodes or sa computer unit nga ginagamit ninyo. So that was the year nga dato is 2001, 2002 until 2004. Pag-abot 2006 ang Windows XP. Kung madumduman niyo pa yung Windows XP na so amo day And then pag 2008, 2008 nag-introduce ang Windows 7 ninyo ata 2012 ata 23 forgot na 2010 or 2012. Then Windows 8 and then Windows 10. So most of the time ang sa file system ninyo, although ang file system ka Linux is different from Windows, pwede nyo man siya ma-open ang inyong file sa Linux because gina-recognize na ka NTFS nga naman. Ang ang wala ko lang gid mamanan is kung ma-open niyo ang file halin sa Windows pakadto sa Mac, sa Mac OS. Kaya syempre guys, why ako kagamit ka Mac OS nga laptop mo? Mac Air, MacBook bala. Pero kung nakakita do ka mo ka MacBook, kag kung sino nakagamit, I think may mga software man siya nga makita niyo sa Windows, no? Pero actually, ang file system ka Mac OS, different tanagid. So, sa tatlo nga hindi mo man mambal siya nga NTFS Ang NTFS naga-revolve lang sa Windows kag sa Linux. Kaya may part ka Linux nga pwede ninyo magamit ang NTFS ninyo. Mac OS medyo different kay siya. Please tell me no kung nakaagi ka mo doon gamit ka MacBook kay ka pwede ninyo da ma-compare guys actually ang file system niya. Or din mas madasig MacBook or Windows nga ano. So na laptop. Actually ang F18 ninyo magagamit lang ninyo da gani tulad sa mga flash memory ninyo kag nga mga lower capacity. Ang higher capacity pwede NTFS na siya ya. And I think ang 8 gigabytes up is NTFS lang gid. Kanugon kun i-fat mo na siya. Ang ana bala nga file storage kanugon kun F80 mo kung mag-reformat ka mo bala. Although pwede magamit ang FAT, you will notice nga ang pag-loading medyo hinay compare sa NTFS. Maskin sa flash drive. Hindi nyo man guys makita ang difference niya pero mabatsagan ninyo. Just like me, nga gagamit pa ka mga smaller capacity nga flash drive. Hindi ko pa mabuyan guys ang mga flash drive ko nga karang una pa nga tag 4 gig na kanugon abi nanugunan ako bla. Gagana pa mo. Nagagana pa ang mga actually ang mga file ko halin 2008 nga pag-start ko gid kadang tudlo nga dang gid until now naga-exist pa ang tanan ko nga data nga files. So mga exams, mga grades, mga course syllabus, mga list of students. Halin 2008 until now, may ara pa ko guys. So, hindi ko mabuyan yung mga flash drive ko, mga 4 gigabytes, kag mga 8 gigabytes, na actually naga-contain ka mga importante nga para kanako. Amo daya pangabuyan ko mo yung mga grades ninyo kag mga daya naka-store na siya. So, gina-backup ko da actually sa flash drive sa computer ko and sa cloud. So sa cloud naman, Google Drive lang gid ako nga ginagamit. Although kaagi ako gamit guys sa OneDrive. Pero hindi ko siya advisable nga gamiton. Kung hindi ka mo kamaan guys, hindi gid. Kag dayon ang bala kay nagahinay kaday computer ninyo kung especially nga like for example ibutang ninyo sa desktop ninyo ang icons kay inyong cloud storages. Maskin Google Drive man da or OneDrive or iban pagid no. So by the way, wala ko kamugin pa activity sa cloud storage because may dyan kita nga dang topic about cloud nga gid nga one nga isa gid ka topic bala. So ipatesting ko kaninyo ang lain-lain nga cloud service. Libre man lang white bayad. Pero I think you have to make another account for sa Outlook sa Microsoft bala para may file ka mo sa OneDrive. Ang pagid ang sa Google Drive ninyo siyempre nagagamit kita ka Google, automatic do da sa dang ninyo. All you have to do is to type sa URL drive.google.com and then pwede niyo utilize. Gina-encourage ko gid kamo nga gamiton ang Google Drive ninyo. So kung why ka mo Google Drive nga sa inyo nga maskin sa cellphones na ninyo sa Android phones, pwede ninyo guys ma-download sa Play Store and then pwede ninyo malantaw to kung yung file. Ginahimo ko gani kanang alin buhay ko diyan nga practice no. Mahilig ako magbasa bala ka libro. Maskin alin karang una a habit ko doon guys nga magbasa before ako turog. So maskin ladag nabasa ko sa phone or sa karang una sa libro Pero kan do karon nga may cellphone do kita sa cellphone ako nagabasa. Ang ginaobra ko, gina-download ko sa internet yung mga barasahon ko and then gina-save ko na siya sa Google Drive. So pag save ko na sa Google Drive, i-open ko lang yung Google Drive ko before ko magturog. And then naka-PDF na dapat guys ang file. Pagkatapos, pag open mo ka PDF file, pwede ka doon kabasa. Pwede mo pa mapahanggod or mapagamay ang font niya. And sa Google Drive na lang ka mo base. Ang mga actually pwede yung mga books nga ano, why ko pa matapos gani ang iban ko nga ginabasa. Um, it's good kada kung ano, you don't need a ebook reader. All you have to do is to convert it to PDF lang. So it's good if you have a tablet instead of a cell phone kay gamay ang font ka cellphone. If you have a tablet nga 7 inches, you can actually see, ma-appreciate ninyo nga daw gabasa man kamo ka libro, pero instead nga naga-browse kamo ka book sa anang mga pages, pang swipe na lang if ever magbasa ka ano no. So that is one technology for the cloud technology that is being appreciated yet. And it helps a lot because you can host any data or anything that you can put into your drive, no? So medyo hindi siya hassle. At the same time, ang flow ka data nga ginaano niyo is madasig lang. And gamay nga memory or gamay nga data ang kinanglan lang instead nga mag-open ka mo ka internet ninyo. Kay kung ang drive lang actually kung ipa-open mo siya, samtang nga nag-load ka, actually makita mo man siya gyapon kung ano yung naka-store to ya. Basta naka-PDF lang. So maski offline, pwede mo ma-access. Yung mga ano ko guys, ang mga ticket ko sa eroplano, wala na ko gagamit papel. So mag-adto ko sa airport karang una, gina-PDF ko lang ang plane ticket ko. And then mag-abot to ya sa inspection sa dang magsulod ka dun bala sa departure. Pakita mo lang sa cellphone mo dun, ya ticket. Lantawon mo lang dito naka-guard kung ikaw gid, present ka lang ka ID mo. So paperless, wala na paper nga gina-print para sa ticket, sa plane ticket. Kay ti ang ginalantaw nyo lang mag-check-in kamo kada ang ano lang gid ang code bala. So may code madaa nga ginapadala kaninyo sa anak depende kung anong airline, Air Asia or Cebu Pacific or PAL, the same lang da sanda tanan. So dayan da dyan yung ano na, gina-convert ko lang da sa PDF and then gina-open. Kung para sigurado pag gina-screenshot ko pag na siya. So kung hindi mag-open ang Google Drive, pwede ko lantawan sa screenshot ko. Then mo lang da ipakita ko and then okay doon. So all of those technology are available right now and of course imagine guys if you pareho man bala kanaton example naga-Google Classroom na lang kita. So can you imagine how many paper nga kaysa mag-print kita ka module ninyo nga pira ka papel ang magasto gid no. So hanggod nga bagay. So cloud storage na lang. Your Google Classroom is cloud storage nga technology. That is why medyo I don't know kung seamless lang gid ang pag-experience ninyo. Seamless means white hassle bala pag-upload or pag-download. Pero nowadays guys, na notice ko ang Globe medyo hinay. I don't know kaninyo diyan kung ano yung ginagamit niyo kung smart or ano, pero may hinay siya. Nagaugtas gani ko kay when I'm uploading your modules or in other subjects as well. Nagahinay lang gid siya, ano lang. So it takes time no, pero syempre we need to have to be patient about it. Kay wait at May mo no, nag-online kita. It's good that ano na, the good news is I think Ched is already sending us I don't know ang memo, kagapon lang abig release ni Commissioner De Vera of Ched. There will be a limited face-to-face for engineering, hospitality management, and other courses. Pero why pa na siya guys, guideline. So hulaton lang naton, base pa lang makapiskulahan do kita. And I doubt pa nga daan kung madayon especially nga wala pa kamo nakababaksin, no? So base may mga guidelines lang, dapat siguro vaccinated or something. So we don't know yet. And man-anyo man yung sistema naton di sa Pilipinas medyo mahinay ang implementation ka mga kung ano dyan. So hopefully kung mag face-to-face kita mas mayad gawa kay malesson doon yung online naton nga dang ano ulubrakon. Although we will use still the Google Classroom for your passing of grades and everything. So because it's much convenient, no? At the same time, your grades will be deployed. So some of you has graded already your activity 5 and 6, nakapasa na sila. And I've already checked some of your classmates' work. And please do no before Saturday morning, please pass your activities, guys. So, what else do we need to know? Do you have any questions about our activity for this morning and on the lecture side? So as I've said, ang subject natin medyo chill-chill lang because systems administration and maintenance. Though nagbalik lang kita guys sa tong hardware servicing natin ng mga subjects. Excuse me. So if you don't have any questions, thank you guys for attending our classes for this morning. Let me give you a shout out lang kay Syndicate, kay Donna May, kay Esperanza, kay Hope Joy, kay Gemstone, kay Jessa Ray, kay Joshua, kay Julianne, kay Kier, kay Krisa Jean, kay Rondel, kay Ruby. So thank you very much. Excuse me. Don't forget guys, our code of the day. So your code of the day later on will be activated at around 7 p.m. pa karon sa gabi. Please answer the code of the day for your recitation. So thank you so much guys. I will stop the recording na.
Thank you,
And
sir.
thank you Rondel and good morning to all. Okay? So see you if ever you wanted to see the lecture later on, that will be ang second lecture natin will be 6:30. Pero you don't need to attend ang iban siguro no. Ang mga classmate niyo wala pa ka-attend. If you want to attend, it's okay. Pero the same lecture lang ang i-ano natin. So please also take the quiz tomorrow. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. until midnight. So there will be a quiz. 10 items man lang guys nga. Nasa Google Classroom lang ninyo i-check out. So the code of the day and the quiz, which is 20% of your grade, will be deployed tomorrow. So tanan-tanan ninyo guys nga nasa Google Classroom lang i-check. Okay, so thank you guys and good morning kids sa tanan.